Here it's a Tuesday evening in season 28, and the final rounds. The two, of course, got the sprint and okay, this is still new to me. The sprint and the full. Oh my gosh, sprint and feature. There we go. Shows that I don't pay attention to F2 or anything like that. So, but anyway, get on with this. Ashbest is the first car to ready up for the one-shot qualifying before the 25% race for the feature race, and then of course we'll do a reverse grid from race 1 with another 25% race. But anyway, we'll get into this any minute, just waiting for the drivers to get their setups and everything sorted out ahead of this, because otherwise not going to end that well. Still waiting for Duofin to get. Here we go, as we'll go on board with the one, the only Sam Corby. Heading down towards turn 1 now, around Suzuka circuit. Turn 1, slowing down, going then to turn 2, keeping a very tight line there in the 1996 Williams. Then coming through turn 3, turn 4 now. Then straight into turn 5, looking very good right now from Sam. Then coming through turn 6 towards Dunlop, which is turn 7, before we'll head round to end off sector 1. But looking a very clean lap there from Sam so far, as we come around down to Degner 1, throwing that Williams in, almost getting invalid, as Delta does retire from the session, is not going to complete the lap. But let's have a look how far Kryptonite is behind, and it's not much. But still, Gamer coming through now into the hairpin. Turn 11 coming on the exit now, heading round the curve. Turn 12, look at the sound, look at that, and listen to that engine. Sounds magnificent. Now coming towards Spoon, turn 13, throwing the car in. Then turn 14, not letting the car slide too much on the exit now, as we're going to head down towards 130R. Little bit of a straight there in between, and sector 2 will end off around about now. Sector 2 is now over. It's now coming through. Mostly be flat out through sector 1. Sorry, 130R. That's me not prepared for this at all. But now coming through the final chicane. And now the final corner of turn 18. Oh, a bit of a slide there from Gamer. But who will be on pole? That is Gamer by a 38.4 and a 38.9 for Hadler. Young Power P3, 38.9 again. Kryptonite 39.1, 3 gloves 39.4, Benny 39.6, Ratica, I couldn't actually see the end of that, but anyway, very good luck there from Sam, absolutely magnificent in the 1996 Williams, which also shares a tribute to Ayrton Senna on the front nose. But Gamer is on pole with Hadler P2, Young Power P3, Kryptonite in P4, 3 gloves P5, Benny P6, Rataka P7, Game Freaker P8, JML Sissy Mix P9, Tech 31 Race in P10, V8 Field in P11, P12 Ashbest, P13 Joyfin, P14 Trappy Formula, P15 is Chazza, and P16 retiring and not setting a time along with Trap and Chazza is LR Delta. Of course, session will end in 12 seconds. We'll get towards the race, but Joyfin must have had a spin on the lap, being 12 seconds slower than Sam. But who's what you expect? Sam. He's an absolute rapid. But anyway, we'll carry on towards the race now. Well, as we go onto the loading screen, just have a quick look. So, the points, of course, 30, 25, 12, all the way down to 20. So everybody will get a point as long as they finish. And then the sprint race is the top 10. So, who knows what could happen. But wait for the drivers to sort out strategies, because they do actually have to stop. There is a mandatory one stop, if I'm right. Am I right? Or am I wrong? Let me just have a quick check. This is where... yeah, this is me just being stupid at this point. I'm just going to ignore anything I just said, because I do not know. But anyway, hello Connor. Hello. Hello. I was just saying, it shows how much attention I actually pay if I'm like having to check through the Discord. But it's now, here we go, onto the formation lap. We'll get up all the data now. So the drivers will crawl around trying to heat their tyres up. 6 drivers now, 6 people now watching. Of course, all on one compound of tyres. Gonna abuse game if he doesn't win the title. Good for you, Jordan. Good for you. That's all. That's simply all I can say at this point is good for you. Obviously not good for, yeah, poor old Sam. But any doubts about it? But look at that aerodynamics. I'm sorry, but just quickly looking back at that car, look at the aerodynamics masterpiece that this is. Oh, I think my ears are gonna literally, like, I love the sound of this, but I've also got the feeling that my ears are gonna bleed any minute because it's so loud. I keep having to turn my headset down, but obviously I want to keep my audio up, otherwise, yeah, it doesn't sound good. Let's get rid of the telemetry because that's not going to do much. Or shall I keep it on? Let me know what you think. I'll keep it on for now. But now the cars are coming towards 130 yard. There's a bit of a gap between. What is Delta doing? Going a bit quick as that is. Chazza going very slow, trying to back up the pack a bit. Cruising down at 280 k's now, coming to 130 yard. And I think Chazza's a yard. So we're going very slow. V8 field disqualified. Delta disqualified. No. Oh, come on, lads. just I don't know what to say to him. I want to say poor Daniel, but then I'm also like, I don't know who to say poor to. But anyway, drivers are now lining up on the grid. Chazza is going to be the last one to line up, so we'll get ready to see the lights. If you know, this is such a great view, isn't it? Just see nothing but grandstand. Can't see cars, that don't matter. See, we can see the car now. Here we go, come on. Make sure there's a better view. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, all illuminated now, and it's lights out, and away we go. Going to be a very tricky start for most of the drivers, but Gamer getting very good exit there. Exit? But that is somebody dropping down positions. That is Tech dropping right down the positions now. Game Freaker as well. But now we can see 3 gloves on Benny having a bit of a side-by-side there, but drivers seem to be away pretty easily, and that is Gamer pulling away as now Tech and Duofin going side-by-side in the S's, and that's Duofin into the wall. Oh dear. Will most likely be damage to that Williams as we now come through Dunlop, and that is Tech 31 going backwards. Going very slow there. What has happened there? And now that's Ashbest and JML getting past, and Delta's got past. Wait, what? A Sam Bam kid is dropped. Who's Sam Bam kid? But anyway, we'll continue on with that. Gaming Freak is only a 10th behind it. That is Ashbest on the back of. Oh my god, I don't want to keep mentioning this now. As now that's Game Freak and V8 Field going. Well, okay, the game said we just got past, but anyway, we'll carry on. Benny is not far behind the group now. Someone. I don't know who it is! Who is it? Someone explain to me. But now Ashbast is right on the back in the slipstream now. Gonna go for the move into 130. Oh, that was. And he's gonna lose another position. Is Whitaker is. That is certainly interesting. That's my favourite thing to say during commentary. Well, that's interesting. 3 gloves in the slipstream of Betty heading down towards turn 1 as now that is also Game Freak already into the pit lane with the damage on that Williams. Because now we're going to get the game glitch. Fun. Fun to say the least. On board with Delta right on the back of Chaz. So let's try and find some close battle right now. Kryptonite is right on the back of Young Power. So of course. Nice one way of showing it, game. When there's only one compound of tyres, you show 2 penalty symbols instead. But that is game. Oh, Oh shit. I am very confused tonight. I have lost the plot. And here we go again. Whole grid needs to sort itself out. Much better. Chaz is 2/10, 3/10 behind Game Freak and not Game Freak, V8 Field. Oh, okay. Can tell it's been a long day. But Chaz is lagging like. Jeez. But is he going to go for the move on V8 Field into the spoon? No, he's not. He's going to. What the absolute. What in the name of all that is holy was that? Well, I'm just going to go aboard with them and let's go and look at the battle towards the front. Game has already pulled a 1.4 second gap with Hadler in P2. Young Power right on the back of him though. Chaz is now only a 10th behind the 8th field. Lagging again. Oh, and that is Chaz around but being pushed around by Duofin. Saved a bit there. That lag is, oh, got it, mind boggles you. But VRT, Young Power and Hadler are real close now, according to the Delta. They are right on the gearbox, so that's Delta getting past the 8th field, going down the straight. Going to be the move into turn 1, but now look! No, Daniel! Oh dear, Daniel. Oh dear. Well... Three Gloves is 3/10 now behind Benny, coming through Tegna 2. Locking up heavy though, that's going to cost him. Cost him going down towards turn 11 now, the hairpin. And it has, but now Ashbest is looking for the move, going into the turn 11, and he has gone for it. Oh, it's about traction now, who's going to get traction? V8 Field now retires from the session. Oh, it's very close. Coming down towards Spoon. Is he going to go for the move? Is Ashbest going to go for the move down into Spoon now, turn 13. He's holding that inside line, forcing Three Gloves to take the wider line, but it seems to be pretty safe for Three Gloves right now. But Ashbest is going to have the benefit of slipstream down towards 130R now. Will he do a repeat of earlier? No, he's not. He's too far back. But will he send it into the final corners? Turn 16, 17. And maybe try and go around the outside or down the inside for turn 18. Doubt it. But now sitting behind Three Gloves. Best position for him right now. Ooh, drifting a bit there. But now Chaz is 3/10 behind Delta. Chaz is actually lagged out. So... Young Power's still on the back of Hadler. Hadler's kept a consistent gap to gamers. We've now got a game glitch. Good, 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 good. Well done. And this is Codemasters at it yet again. Can they actually make a good game that actually works? The question is... No, sorry, the question is, can they actually make a game that works? No. It's impossible. Trap Formula getting past JML Sizzy Mix, so that's how you say it. But anyway, yeah, no, they cannot make a single game that's good. Oh, no, glitches! This game has, it's ridiculous. Who's that guy? That is Trap Formula JML Sizzy Mix, they're right close. Gonna back off going into Spoon turn 13, now turn 14. Heading down the straight before 130R. Oh, that's Trap Formula into the wall. I'm retired from the session. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. I just feel for him. That's how I feel for every driver, but now Three Gloves is catching the back of Benny, too far back. But Ashbest is just going to have to watch on as he's doing. Oh, Ashbest is getting a bit closer to Three Gloves now, coming through. Turn 2. You know what, another message in the chat, wait for it to actually load on YouTube, because that takes forever. But anyway, coming through turn 4, 5. Hello, Aku. That was, yeah, big F moment. Like, there's making a mistake and then there's, yeah. making a mistake to the point of you're no longer in the race and you can't take part in it. So you have to sit behind for another, what is it, 8 laps? Oh my gosh, my maths is horrid, but now that's, oh, that is JML Sizzy Mix is now in the wall. That is an interesting place to drop him. Okay. I want to see that after the race, because that is an interesting way to leave the race. Ashbest, though, is close to back of 3 gloves. He's got the slipstream from Benny, because, of course, no DRS, making it more about driver skill than having DRS and overtake to be used. And, obviously, my skills being shown off by the one, the only, CRG came as 62, legend. Being 1.3 seconds ahead of P2 right now. It was 1.6 earlier, but the gap is slightly closing to Hadler, with VRT Young Power second between them, and that is Gamer with another fastest lap of the race in the FW18 as they all are in. Ashbest is still 3 tenths behind 3 gloves, heading down towards turn 1 and 2. 6 out of the 13 laps now. Of course, 225% race is a lot better for this classic car way of running, but now look at this gap between Ashbest and 3 gloves. Oh my god, can I actually speak? Oh my gosh, I think I'm losing. But anyway, Ashbest is now right close. As that is Benny off. Benny's off into the grass. Oh, that's going to cost him. And it has 2 positions, in fact. But now Ashbest is going to be looking to the back of 3 gloves and want to get past, because no real slipstream for 3 gloves now. He's by himself. Ashbest locking up, because you can slightly hear. But this is the closest battle on track right now for position. So we've got to carry on with this and see what will happen. But heading down towards turn 13, 14. These Williams looking very tidy. That is 3 gloves starting to pull a gap to Ashbest. Maybe being stuck behind Benny was the problem for 3 gloves. Just didn't have the opportunity to be getting away. Who knows? But 3 gloves has pulled a little bit going down the straight there on Ashbest. As now that is Hadler and Young Power in for the undercut. Power's got a 5-second time penalty going into pit lane. Oh. And that's been held for Hadler. Hadler's held. Oh no, it's not. You gotta love this game, don't you? You really have. Here we go, got the drivers all coming out the pit lane now, the 3 drivers. Hadler and Young Power, of course, getting a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Yep, that is crucially gonna could even lose in the race. Unless they can get that removed, because they got the typical F1 game thing where you're going into pit lane at 3rd gear. Even if you maybe at the speed limit, it'll make you speed. Who knows? Game now leading by 5.2 seconds, as now Chaz has now retired at Dunlop. Game Freaker is coming through towards Dunlop now, so hopefully we'll be able to see what's happened in time. Come on, Game Freaker, we need to see this incident. Here we go. So yeah, binned it at the exit of Dunlop. Oh, now only 11 drivers left in this race. Will Sam, aka CRG Gamer 62, come into the pit lane this lap? No, staying out for yet another lap. And setting another fastest lap on them tyres. Could we see CRG Gamer pit in towards the end of the race, literally with a few laps to go? Of course, having the pace on them tyres, so who knows? You can see on the dashboard it does say to pit, so who knows, could be pitting this lap, but all could happen, as that is Hadler and Young Power going back up to P4, P3. There's 3 gloves, Benny. So here comes Ashbest. Will Ashbest jump? 3 gloves, no, comes out just behind. But of course now you lose 21 seconds into the pit lane, so let's have a quick look at this leader gap. At this rate, Gamer will still come out in P1, sorry, by quite a while, so maybe Kryptonite is also following what Gamer is doing. They're going to pit with him, so who knows? All could happen in these last 5 laps of the race. But now coming through 130R, it's got bored with Gamer. Will he come into the pit lane, braking at the 100-metre board? Almost looking up slightly, going down to second gear. Look at the movements on the steering wheel, absolutely smooth and precision. As now Gamer's going to come across the line again, not fitting another fastest lap of the race. Magnificent. Kryptonite is also following suit. But it's now got rid of my dashboard, which I didn't want to do. But Gamer is pulling out a decent lead. But let's just, 22 seconds. But Hadler is catching. Yes, Hadler has set the fastest lap of the race. Maybe it's a sign. Get in this lap, Sam. Get in. You're going to lose a position otherwise. Let's keep an eye on this gap. Currently come out probably 1.1 in front. As long as he can get a good pit stop, that is. If not, he'll end up coming between the two, Hadler and Young Power. Sam now coming into turn 11, very smooth on that wheel. You can see the brakes glowing on that 96 Williams. Heading around turn 12 now. That car just looks absolutely magnificent in his hands. Got to admit, his Young Power now gets another penalty, 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. As we come around turn 14 onto the back straight as we head towards to end sector 2 and to get towards 130R is Gamer up in sector 2, no attempt down, so that is a sign. Could Gamer pit in this lap for a new set of tyres? Let's see, going up to third gear, staying out for another lap. Oh my god, you're actually going to pit in, lad? You're going to actually pit in? Oh dear, sector 1 yellow flags. Who is that? Is that Duofin? Yep, Duofin round. Oh dear. But that gap is coming down between Gamer and Hadler right now. I think Hadler, if he can keep this pace up, might at some point come out in front of Gamer if he can find a second in this lap. Who knows? The gap is fluctuating right now. They seem to be very evenly matched. But no, here comes Hadler in sector 1. He's 2/10 quicker just through. Turn 1 catching now. This game is 500s down in sector 1. Coming down towards turn 11 now in that Williams. No real on-track battles. Apart from Benny, who is on the back of Ash Best now. Let's have a look at fastest lap. So Adler got a 39.2. So Gamer is 2/10 slower on his fastest lap. But, of course, you forget, Gamer has not pit in yet. We're still waiting for him to come in. But so far, the gap will be 6/10 if Sam can time it right. So let's get into pit lane. Just hope that Sam doesn't get the most crucial thing. He could get a penalty. Will he be in this lap? Come on. Pull off a magnificence now. That is it, coming into pit lane. Ooh, making it perfectly now. Let's see how good of a stop this is. Whoa, that was quick. That was proper quick. So now Kryptonite leads this race, staying out for another lap. Where is Hadler? Hadler's now coming down the main straight to cross the line and sets the fastest lap of the race. This is going to be close. This is going to be close, but no, Gamer still stays out ahead and crucially is on the fresher compound. We are still waiting though for Kryptonite to pit in. We're on lap 11 out of 13. I am clearly blind as a bat, and no wonder I've got glasses. But anyway, lap 11 out of 13, only got one more lap to pit in, so I gather Kryptonite will pit in this lap. Will come out round P4, and that is also Game Freaker into the pit lane again with more damage. This Delta now goes up into P9. Kryptonite is going to be driving his socks off. Not Kryptonite. Yeah, Kryptonite's going to be driving his socks off right now. To not drop down as many positions, but Gamer is also going to be driving his socks off to pull away from Hadler, which he's already got a second gap, so not looking too bad for him, not too shabby. But of course, dirty air for Hadler isn't going to be fun in them old cars. Of course, less downforce, but still a lot of dirty air. But the slipstream is quite powerful, as we can see right now. Time going down, down, down. A 10 down in sector 2, but was purple according to the game. Of course, now this is Kryptonite into the pit lane. Let's see how good of a stop this is. Slow stop for Kryptonite. Now Gamer coming around the final corner now to start lap 12 as Hadler sets another fastest lap of this race. What will Gamer do now? Coming round turn 1. Coming round turn 2 with Hadler right on the back of him. This is going to be a bit of pressure now for him. Getting on the grass a bit going into turn 3, 4 now. And towards turn 5. Them cars could being very much on edge. Struggling for downforce right now. But coming around Dunlop or Hadler facing a bit to the dirty air. But what can Gamer do in sector 1? Is he up? Yes, 2/10 up. Purple sector 1. Coming down into Degner 2. Very, very smooth there. Coming down towards turn 11. The hairpin. Braking. Not locking up. Ash Best with a 3-second time penalty now. Let's just have a quick look at penalties. Hadler 5 seconds, Young Power 8 seconds. 3 seconds for Ash Best, 3 seconds for Benny. So these two drivers here are on equal terms when it comes to penalties, so it's going to be all down to on-track action. Let's go back to tyre for now. Or Ethan. Let's have a look at position change. Asbest is up 6 positions. Delta is up 7 positions. Durafin is up 2 positions. But the top 5 has not changed. There you go, not changed. But have a look at fastest lap. What can Gamer do? Can Gamer take it off of Hadler now? Coming round the final corner. Yes, with a 38.7. But will Kryptonite try and go for that fastest lap? But they are running out of fuel, so I doubt it. Gamer though might be going for another one. He has pulled the 1.4 second gap to Hadler yet again. But Kryptonite is crucially within the 8 seconds of VRT Young Power, so he could be still on for a podium. Looking absolutely magnificent though from Gamer. Are they up in sector 1? No, Sam is not up. Oh. But he's got fastest lap by... let me check. 4 tenths. So there's no need to worry right now. If you think about it, Kryptonite is catching to the back of Young Power. So most likely it is going to be a podium for Kryptonite. But I don't want to say anything too much, which I already have. But hey ho, we move on. Round turn 13 now on the final lap of this race. Of course, this is a feature race and not the sprint race. Going down the main straight now. Not the main straight, back straight. Great, Bryn, you're just forgetting absolutely everything about this track. That's going to be a 120.9 around 130R now. Into turn 16. Delta gets his 3 second time penalty. Turn 17. And there we go, coming around the final corner. That will be the win for CRG Gamer 62. Coming across the line now. NWS Hadler comes home in P2. P3 will be VRT Young Power, which is straight away will be taken away by Kryptonite, who comes across the line in P3. Three Gloves will come home P5. Ash Best P6. Benny P7. Rataka will come home in P8. P9 will go to Delta. When he gets to the line, we're still waiting for most drivers because they are very far behind in some cases, but it's just the split of how the skill is. But now Delta is coming through towards turn 16. Throwing it in. Then turn 17, throwing it in again. Getting onto the traction. Third gear, fourth gear, fifth, and that will be P9 for Delta. Coming across 130R now is Game Freaker. Coming through towards turn 16. Now going to be 17. We'll finish with the last driver inside the top 10. Going to run to the grass bit and spin across the line, and we're now waiting for Joey Finn to come through 130R towards turn 16 now. For the final time in the feature race before we head towards the sprint race, which will be a reverse grid and will mean that Tech 31 Racing will be on pole after retiring first. But anyway, that was absolutely magnificent. But let's have a quick reminder of the standings after CRG Gamer winning that race. Gamer, of course, is now on 172 points with Young Power on 167. So Gamer is now leading the championship from Young Power, who was previously leading it. So not long left. There's only one race for who can get it. 5 points between them. It's all going to go down to the final one. So CRG Gamer wins the race and takes provisional championship lead for one before the final race. Hadler P2, Kryptonite P3, Young Power P4, P5 goes to 3 Gloves, P6 goes to Asbest, P7 goes to Benny, P8 goes to Reteka, P9 goes to Delta, P10 goes to Game Freak, P11 goes to Joyfin, then DNFs were Chazza, Gmail, City Mix, Trap Formula, V8 Field and Tech 31 Racing. But that was a very good race and a very well controlled race from Sam Corbett. CRG Gamer 62 with Hadler P2 and Kryptonite taking third off of Young Power. As we will now wait for them to sort out the reverse grid, and of course the sprint race is gonna be a wet race. This is gonna show the adults from the children now and who is a good driver. But we'll just have a quick look at this. CRG Gamer 62, Kryptonite, JML, Sizzy Mix, VA Field, 3 Gloves, Tech 31 Racing, Chazza, Rataka, Ashbest, Game Freaker, Joyfin, Trap Formula, Benny, Delta, Hadler, Young Power, Sam Bam Kid. I don't know who Sam Bam Kid is. Am I stupid? Should I know who Sam Bam Kid is? Anyway, we move on. But of course this is going to be hard for the drivers being in Le Wet. Ahead of the next race. But you know what, as we've already said about the leading of this championship, let's run through the rest of the championship before this race. So of course Game Freak Gamer has overtaken Young Power. 3 Gloves was currently P3. He was P3. Hadler P4, Wilson Hughes was a reserve. He is a reserve. So, but the top two is 5 points. It's going to be down to the final part of it. So to think about it now, Gamer has only got to outscore Young Power by 6 points, because then have 1 point left. So if, say, Game was to finish in P5 and Young Power was to be in P1 in the sprint race, it'll be a tie. But if Game was to compete for and Young Power was to win, that would of course be Gamers. But it's all going to go down to the wire now on who's going to win and who's going to compete to championship. Sorry, it's my get a wee bit gassy there. But Now let's have a look at the classic. Start now. As I'm just watching the chat in the Discord right now. As I'm just gonna make a quick joke. But anyway, the drivers are readying up now for the final race of this FCC calendar, as we are now loading in for the wet race. The final race for it to all go down. And just gonna bring up what was said earlier on in the stream by Jordan. Come on, Sam. You've got to win this, otherwise, well, you're gonna be abused, to say the least. But anyway, we'll carry on with this and we'll get on with the race. Wet conditions. As we see the marshals all stood there just like, what? Is this wet? What? Drivers will be sorting out presets and how they're gonna control the race, because of course, do they have to pit in Connor? If Connor in the chat, can you just, because I've forgotten at this point, for the sprint race, do they have to pit in? I don't think they do they? But anyway, we'll carry on and we'll get on with this now. 7 seconds till the final race will start, and we'll go for the formation lap. I think there's a formation lap. Hopefully there is a formation lap. I hope I did say that. There's no formation lap. Yep, formation lap. Finn on pole position, Game Freaker P2, Delta will start P3, Matako P4, Benny P5, Ashbest P6, the 3 goes for P5, P8 goes to Power, P9 Kryptonite, P10 Hadler, P11 Gamer, and then outside the top 10 is how it was at the end of last race. Look at this, V8 field going side by side with CRG Gamer. Things you love to see. That. Actually, things you love to see. V8 field getting past CRG Gamer. On the maybe a formation lap, but look at him go. Seeing them two on track together. Magnificent. But I wonder how Duofin and Game Freak will handle this. Of course, there was I did say in the Discord chat after Game Freaker did spin a couple of times that was a bit of a Game Freaker spin.com moment, as he did say. What was it that he said? Where was it? Wheelspin.com. This has been some kind words in Discord. We'll ignore that. We'll carry on for this race, the final race, to end it all off. Sambam Kid is going very slow. And going on the grass now. The final time will be lining up the grid any moment. Get under the way. Final race. Young Power and 3 Gloves have been disqualified. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's all I can say at this point is, oh dear. It's the final race. I think most drivers, apart from Young Power and CRG Gamer 62, are going to be relaxing. Whereas them two are going to be like, sweat mode activated. Not just saying. We're waiting for, who is that all the way back there? Oh, it's Chazza going slow yet again. Someone will start in the back of the grid. But now we'll go to the front with Duofin. And we'll try and get a better camera angle like before. Come on for the second race. go, come on. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights all illuminated now. And it will be lights out, and away we go for the final race of PSGL FCC, as V8 Field has already dropped down quite a few positions, and that is also no, who is that? That is Trap Formula around, but now that is Three Gloves. Kryptonite going down a few positions, going very chaotic towards turn 1. Three Gloves, Hadler's gone up to P8. That is Benny up in P5 now. Tech 31 and Chazza going side by side right now. Hadler going past. That is Tech 31 Racing actually up inside the points of what's going on here. And is that damage to Gamer's car? No, there is not. Sector 1 yellow flag. There has been a car round. That is Duo Finn, the person who started on pole for this race after the reverse grid. Not ending so well. Game Freaker already dropping down to P2. That is Delta now coming round to lead the race. But look at this. There goes Ashbest on Rataka into Decana 2. That is vision done. Benny close behind. Young Power is in P6 with CRG Gamer in P10. VRT Young Power dropping down to P7 there a bit. He's going to get the traction. Oh, he is, and that is him getting past Hadler, having a bit of contact there, making Hadler lose a bit of time. But that's Sandman Kid and Tech 31 Racing. As that is also JML going off track in a semi-straight line. That's Benny and Rataka. And here goes Hadler of the VLT Young Power, sorry. Now here comes Hadler, and then Kryptonite close behind. Will follow suit slow, most likely, but that is also Duo Finger is slow back there. But Hadler, Benny, going side by side into 130R. Here we go, Kryptonite, going to go down the inside at 130R in the wet. Come on, Kryptonite. Gone off track, but that is the position made. Now Gamer is going to want to go round the outside of Benny, but no, he's smart. And he's being tapped by Sam Bam Kid off, and Three Gloves is now through. Sambam Kid cutting the whole corner. Tech 31 Racing cutting the corner. That is CRG Gamer into the pit lane. Oh dear. Making a very early on stop. Maybe because the clear air will help out. But who knows, Benny and Kryptonite right now. Kryptonite, look at him now, right in the back. What is going on? It's a timing glitch. This game has only dropped to, was it, 9th position? That is very good. No, he's not. That's just a game glitch. Oh, that is Joe Finn now. Yep, here we go. That's sorting itself out. I was going to say. Oh, come on. Cheers, game. But that means CRG Gamer is in last place. Delta is currently leading with Game Freak behind. Ashbest is in P5 now because Young Power has gone past. Rataka is now behind coming into turn 13 as we're now waiting for the grid to sort itself out properly. As there we go. One driver pitted in, that is CRG Gamer. Probably wanted the clean air so that they can be free. We'll have a look to leader now. That is a car going slow. That is Joyfin. But now the leader. Come on. Now you want to. CRG Gamers not working for me. Delta sets the fastest number to this. That is also Hadler into the pit lane. And that's Ashbest into wall and retired. Oh dear. Maybe I shouldn't have gone on board with him now. But Tech 31 Racing currently sat in P7. With Kryptonite being chased down by Three Gloves into turn 2. Looking very good. Three Gloves seems to be faster through turn 1 and 2 than Kryptonite. But can Kryptonite now pull away through turn 4, 5, 6 and 7? Of course, not having dirty air. CRG Gamer is into P12. Hadler come out just in front. Now, was there a bit of contact maybe between the two? Going into turn 1, going off track there, that was Gamer. Oh dear. Sizzy Mix now retires from the session in the pit lane. We're down to 15 drivers remaining. There's 3 gloves. It is still on the back of Kryptonite, but Track Formula is on the back of Chazza. Chazza going a bit wide there, in my opinion. So, but then Track Formula, go on lad, cut the corner much. Nice wheel spin. It's a lot of wheel spin on the exit of that corner. Lap 3 out of 13. As I am all tangled 1 second. It's nice when you don't get tangled in control. Anyway, 3 gloves, 6/10 behind Kryptonite. Coming down towards 130. Oh, Track Formula 6/10 behind Chazza. Chazza is lagging all over the place. Well, certainly for me at least. Track Formula's gaining, going into 130. Braking, and Chazza! You good, bro? Going into the floor there a bit. Young Power sets fast as that. Oh, and that's Track Formula locking up onto the grass. And now here comes the man, the myth, legend, V8 Field drifting it round turn 17. As Trap comes into pit lane and V8 Field follows suit. As Track Formula breaks his wing. As Tech 31 Racing has pit in as well. Changing the front wing on that Williams. You can see the exhaust blowing as he now exits the pit lane. Box. It's that CRG game up into P8 with Hadler in front. Young Power is currently going to win the championship. But yet again, drivers have pit in apart from the top 6. So, who knows what could happen. Let's have a look at the leader. So, the CRG Gamer is 27 seconds behind Delta. But currently, Young Power is going to be ahead of Gamer. Well, I'd like to say, go on, Delta. Young Power is catching up. Go on, son, leading a race. Yeah, let's go, lad. You're doing very well. But anyway, let's look through the back as well. Gamer, of course, now being up into P8. Penny P9, Kryptonite P10, Tech 31, that's V8 Field, that's Track Formula round doing donuts. You good there? Are you good? You know, let's not waste any time looking at that. There's attackers 9/10 behind. There's not much going on, so and now Track Formula retires on track. Doing donuts on track isn't the best of things you could have done. Some kid going onto the grass. Delta's into the pit lane now. Young Power has decided to stay out. What's this going to be like for Delta going into here? Very quick stop. Out of the box. Where will he come out? CRG K-Mas coming through turn 16-17. Let's see, let's get an idea now. No, I'm not. Carry on. 24 seconds behind Gamer is as he sets the fastest lap of the race, so could be a sign of things to come. Can Gamer close that gap to Young Power and maybe even jump him in the pit lane? Delta's come out in P6. Chazza P5, 3 goes P4, P3 goes to Attacker, P2 is Game Freaker, and Young Power currently out in the lead. Currently leading the way of all this. Wheel spin there. A lot of it. Tech 31 Racing with a 3. What? Okay, move on. Let's go on to interval, sorry. I know some bam kid getting past Tech 31 Racing who's gone off. Come on, Daniel, V8 Field. Look, what can Daniel do? V8 Field, the master, sat behind him. Some bam kid gets a 3-second tap on him. Looks it to Degner 1, backs off like a sensible person. Going into Degner 2. Tech 31 Racing got a better exit. But Daniel's not far behind now. coming into turn 11, but that is Tech 31 race is going to stay ahead. I would say Ritaka is doing pretty well right now on the back of Game Freaker. But Gamer has actually lost time to Young Power, as Young Power is still not into pit lane, because Young Power does take the fastest lap of this race. Game Freaker currently in P2, P3, as Ritaka comes in pit lane and just merely misses getting damage. But that is Gamer still 1.4 behind Hadler. So will anybody... Yeah, Hadler gets new fastest lap of the race. Hadler's going pretty but Gamer is in 6th position right now. As long as Gamer can get another position. Wait, hold on, let me have a look at the point situation. So if Gamer gets another position... Wait, hold on, my maths are wrong. Hold on. Wait, is it... Yeah, and he's got... Oh my god. Oh my... Am I good? What? You know what? Maybe I should just gloss over the fact of all that. Just carry on commentating. As that is Gamer 3/10 up on their lap right now. P3 taking a 2. The leader gap is now 24. He's brought the gap back down. But Young Power should pit in soon, because Gamer is starting to catch. We've got 14 runners left in this race. Wilson Hughes 13 has joined. Wilson Hughes 13 has joined the session. Young Power, will he come in this lap? But Young Power is up on their lap as well, so who knows at this point. Young Power coming in. Young Power staying out for another lap. Gamer, let's see how far they're up in sector 2. 6/10 up, that is another purple, catching to the back of Hadler now at quite a rate of knots. Actually, that actually makes sense, because it is full on wet. And I really did not... Yay, I made something make sense, and that is Game Freaker into the pit lane now. That is fastest lap for Gaming at 57.7. Dealt up into P3, but let's have a look at the leader gap now. 24.1 between him and Young Power. One more position for Gamer. Championship, no matter what, is he... Oh, actually, maybe I shouldn't commentate on that yet, because maths for me, I don't know why it's taking me a long time. Hold on, I should... There we go, we carry on for this, but now Hadler is struggling a bit behind Delta. Gamer is using this to his big advantage now to catch up to the back of Hadler. Ooh. Got 6 laps left to go of FCC. It's got another comment in the chat. We'll have a look at it in a second. That is Ritaka out of this race. I've gone board with Chazza so we can see the issue. Wow, John, you hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings. How darest you? That was the worst. Second leave session. V8 filled with a 3-second time on it. That just my pure shot for Daniel. Just no. Just no. Will Sam though, will Gamer look at it going into 16, turn 16. Of course, after 130, will he look to send it down the inside? Hadler's going to defend the inside line, but he's too far back. Of course, sensible driver deciding not to make any silly moves. That is another driver off. Is that Joyfin? 3 Gloves is now into the pit lane. Young Power staying out for yet another lap. Hadler's losing time, but Gamer's also losing time to VRT Young Power, who is still yet to pit in this race. Will come out ahead of Gamer and Delta. 21-second gap, but coming through turn 4, 5, now towards turn 6. Gamer has got that pace advantage on the both of them, Delta and Hadler. It's just the fact of there's no real space to get past. There's 5 laps left to go in this race. Young Power still leading the way. But Gamer is right in the back of Hadler. It might be just a case of right now of maybe lick the stamp, send it. Going to turn 11. Hadler decides to defend the inside line of a Gamer. Oh, getting right up to the back of the gearbox. Compromising his exit though. So that is a car off. That is Tech 31 Racing. In the wall. Sector 1, yellow flag. Gamer is right behind Hadler now. Hadler's really struggling. Come on, CRG Gamer 62. And NW's Hadler needs to get past LR Delta now, because if you think about it, he's got Gamer right behind him on his gearbox, trying to get past, but then he also needs to get past Delta to put maybe a car between them both, as that is Young Power now finally into the pit lane, getting held there. Oh no, game glitches. Right. Here we go, CRG Gamer coming around the final corner now, as that is also Young Power who will stay in the lead of this race. Okay, I'm going to actually spend time on my maths now, working math. Nice wheel spin there from most of the drivers there, especially CRG Gamer. Yes, Gamer does need to score 8 points in this race to win. So we'll need to finish 3rd. We need to get ahead of both these drivers if he wants the championship, and if he doesn't want to get bolts coming for him. He doesn't want Jordan coming for him. That's certainly totally a scary thing. Sorry, John. Sorry. Had to say it. You're not really that scary. Hadler, though, is losing time to Delta. Delta is managing to keep the pace going, to keep ahead of both of them. But maybe it's just time of, like I said earlier, for either one of the drivers, just lick the stamp, send it. You just need to get it done. Hadler's defending it. Gamer's going to have to go to the outside. Hadler falls a bit onto the grass. Going to go too wide down towards 130i. He's going to back out of it. Gamer's going to get forced off track by Hadler a bit there. He's gone in a bit deep, but that's what he maybe sent it at the wrong corner in my opinion. But yeah. 10 laps, 3 laps left of this race. I don't know where. Oh god. Anyway, coming down towards turn 1. Gamer's right in the back. He just needs to get past both. He needs to get past Hadler, and that is his position. Done for the race, but Hadler is managing to defend that off really well. That's the thing right now. You just need to keep placing the car like Hadler is in the perfect spots at the perfect time, and you can get the position done. But 3 goes is right in the back of Game Freaker. Oh no, trap. What? If I speak, you gonna finish that sentence? Is that his Sambam kid getting past the AI of Chazza? 3 gloves going down the inside of Game Freaker through Dunlop before Degner 1. CRG Gamer is right at the back of Hadler. What trap? You haven't finished your sentence off. Maybe you should speak. After what you were doing them donuts for. You have been caught red-handed, to say the least. You've got 2 of us watching, me commentating it, Connor's watching over in the session right now. But as we head down through Spoon now, turn 13, Turn 14, Gamer's got a much better run than Hadler, but it's all about the exit of 14. Gamer losing it a bit there. He needs to get past Hadler if he wants the championship. At this rate though, they won't be tied. Yeah, they'll be tied on points. So we need Gamer to get past, or Hadler just needs to hold him off. Maybe that's what Hadler's doing, trying to hold him off to keep that Young Power. Who knows what could happen at this point. It's down to these final laps. Young Power gets the fastest lap of the race. Actually, CRG Gamer was fine. I forgot. He was fine, but now Young Power's got the point. Oh, gosh. He's going to need to score 10 points in this race. He's going to need P2. Gamer's going to need P2 or P4 with fastest lap. Yeah. Bring back a title point right now. Oh, devastating. Anyway, Hadler's right on the back of Delta now. Can Hadler get past Delta within these final 2 laps? And can Gamer get past the both of these? Or will he be able to get the fastest lap and make them equal on points? Of course though, if they are equal on points, it still will go to VRT Young Power if I'm right. Because he's had more podiums than Gamer. But it's all down to this final crucial laps. As that is a bit of wheel spin there from Gamer. He's starting to lose a bit. He needs third. I know. He needs third place to be equal with Young Power. Because Young Power is currently leading by 1 point. He needs second to win it. Young Power gets another fastest of the race. So I'm doubting this by the second, but who knows, it could all go down in these final couple of laps. Hadler losing it again a bit, but here we go. Will CRG Gamer use this to his advantage, coming down towards turn 1. Hadler's going to defend it, he's going to go to the outside. Hadler's going to run in deep, here we go, he's going to go for the switch back into turn 2. That is Gamer up into P3, he's going to be hunting down after Delta now. If he gets third, yeah. So that Gamer and Hadler going side by side. Hadler forces his way back through, seemingly. And that is a slow car, that is Duofin staying out of the way. And now Hadler is the slightly quicker driver, it seems. Hadler started to really push. Oh, losing the back a bit there. Oh, losing more time. But now it's down to Delta. What will happen if Delta stays in front? Gamer will be tied on points with Young Power, and Young Power will win. As Connor has said, he will win on races 1. But if Gamer can get past Delta, he will win by 2 points. It's going down to the wire right now. The problem with Delta is he's very good on traction. Of course, using traction control, you can hear. So he's going to be no match, but Hadler has lost a lot of time to him, so it seems that Hadler maybe hasn't got the pace to be keeping with them. But now, here we go, Gamer is only 4 tenths behind. Ivan's pulling out the way. Ivan is letting Gamer pass into P2. Gamer is leading the championship. Delta has let Gamer through, and Gamer's now leading the championship. Jordan, be happy. You're going on to the final lap of the race now, Young Power is. Young Power, it's not about the amount. You don't get a point per fastest lap. Now Gamer is free for the final lap of this race. He's going to do it. Sam Corbs is going to do it at this rate, as long as he doesn't bottle this. As long as he can finish this race now. Delta's going to finish on the podium at this rate. But look at this. Going sweet for Young Power right now. A very sweet race, to say the least. So we'll just quickly have a look at positions change. Young Power's up 7 positions. Gamer is up 9 positions. Hadler's up 6. Three Gloves up 2. Kryptonite is up 2. 3 positions up for an AI. 7 positions up for Sam 6, because here goes V8 Field. He's tucked in the inside line, and whoa! They seem to be a bit... If they get... Jurfin left a lot of positions off the start. But we'll go back up towards the front. We are on the final lap of the race now. We'll go on board with Young Power. He has not had the most of screen time, to say the least. But we'll go on board with him for the final part of this lap, who will win the race. But at this rate, we'll sadly lose out on the championship by 2 points. Coming around 130 now for the final time. Running a bit wide on exit, trying to take the best line as possible. Braking, going into the final corner. Sam Corbs will of course come through, but now coming through turn 17. Turn 18 now. That is Young Power coming across the line, drifting to add to it. But CRG Cable will be the next one across the line, and most crucially, Sam Corbs is the champion, as long as nothing goes on with stewards. But that is it. Sam Corbs is champion. Delta will come home in P3. Hadler P4. Three Gloves in P5. Game Freak will come home in P6. P7 will go to Kryptonite with Benny behind him. Then Chazza is an AI. We're waiting for Sam Bam Kid, V8 Field to cross the line. We're waiting for these two to get around turn 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17 before turn 18. So come on lads, come on people, let's get this done. Come on people, come on Daniel as well. As we come down towards 130 after the final time, what can Daniel do? Let's have a quick look at penalties. V8 Field is going to get a point. Come on Daniel, come on. As Cameron Kid's actually gone off track. Both of them have gone off track. Is he going to send it? He is as well. That's a sending half. Well, Sam Bam Kid goes for the switchback, which hasn't worked out for him. On track is going to be V8 Field with the win. Not with a win, with P10. Oh god, it's been a long day. It's been a long day, but that is it. Sam Corbs, you are champion. As you see Young Power on the podium take the win. But sadly not the championship. Drove a brilliant race, I will say, for him. But rounding off the podium we have got Gamer, the current champion. And it will be the champion with Ivan in P3, aka LR Delta. As Hadler isn't happy, but Young Power in P1, Gamer champion in P2, Delta P3, Hadler P4, Three Gloves is in P5, P6 is Game Freaker, P7 is Kryptonite, P8 is Benny, P9 is Chazza, who is also an AI, P10 is V8 Field, P11 is Sam Bam Kid, P12 is Jofin, then retirees are Tech 31 Racing, Retaka, Trap Formula, Ashbest 122, and JML Shazzy Mix. And that is the season of FCC Formula Classics, PS Classics, over for the final time this season. So I will see you later on this week for F11, and you'll also see F12 on Thursday. See you guys later in France. Goodbye.